What's up, guys? It's Neecs here, and I just want to say the support recently on the channel has been extremely overwhelming. Thank you guys very much. And before this video starts, we have a very special guest today. Please, please, please hit that like button, put a nice comment, or a negative comment. I like criticism, no big deal. Hit that subscribe button. We're getting close to 10,000 subscribers, but I just want to tell everybody, the support I've gotten from my last two videos from SneakerCon Dallas and the interview with Henry, I appreciate everybody messaging me, learning about, why I do certain things or why I did it. Don't worry, Big Bear's got a plan for everything. And this guest I'm about to interview, a lot of you guys know him. He's considered the internet bad guy for the sneaker world. A lot of people told me to stay away from this interview, but I believe there's two sides to every story. And to be honest, this guy's pretty intriguing. He's a commentary guy. A lot of you guys know him, and you'll see by the title, he's very amusing to me. He's funny. He has very good jokes, and I just want to pick his brain a little bit and see what he's up to. So we're going to be over here on Discord getting everything set up, just little stuff. So if you guys like these type of things, let me know. I have many people planned for the future that we're going to interview, but support's been going crazy. Come on, let's get us to 10,000 subscribers. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Neeks to the fucking moon, baby. This is awesome, dude. First day, this will be sick. It'll be good. All right, let me see here. Start the recording. Yeah. Hello, guys. We are live here with Not Tripping. I'm very excited. I'm very eager to do this interview. Quentin, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, what's going on? Not Tripping here. I guess sneaker commentator. I guess you can call me that. But yeah, I'm excited to be on and talk about some shit. I'm ready.
What I truly love about Not Tripping's content, formerly known as Tripping, he's truly relentless. And me personally, it's very hard to find people who are naturally funny in this commentary community. People who can keep your attention, and his editing's nice and quick. So I have some questions for him right here, and I'm just very happy and blessed he came on to the Neecs channel. I'm very excited after the big Henry deal.
Oh yeah.
All right, Trippin'. So when you first came on to YouTube, I remember you had a channel before. It was doing very successful, very well. What made you want to get in the commentary route?
Well, I started off my channel mainly as I was reviewing replica sneakers back in, I think I first started my first channel in the end of 2017, I believe. So I realized that obviously, despite the popularity of fake sneakers, it is against YouTube's terms of service to be promoting counterfeit products. So I realized that if I needed longevity, I would have to make a switch, which I did probably in 2019. So I was doing that for a little while. Kind of, I guess you can say I pioneered the replica scene. I know a couple people still do it nowadays, but I did that, and I just wanted to speak my mind about YouTubers, sneakerheads, hype beasts, all of that stuff, which is doing good for me,
Oh, absolutely. Now, do you ever miss talking about replica sneakers, or are you glad that you transitioned into something new, something almost comedic aspect wise?
Oh yeah, definitely. That and that's another thing. I realized that, to obtain and hold viewership, you really need to appeal. People need to watch you for you. And what I found about the replica stuff is people are only watching me to see what I was buying, rather than who they could give two shits they just wanted to see what fake Supreme box logo I was buying. They didn't care who was reviewing it, whatever. So I think that's very integral. Whatever content you do or whatever, you need to make sure that people are watching you for you. So a transition like that can be smooth. And I'm very grateful that a lot of people were watching me for me. And that's what made the transition seamless, you can say.
I mean, absolutely. And I can tell now, you have such a devout fan base, and it's cool to see, because when you had your first channel, I remember you were uploading probably, once or twice a week. Now you're doing the daily upload track, and, does it get exhausting daily uploading every day?
Yeah, I would say, the process is a little bit exhausting. There's some days that I wish I could just stop, but it's built into my daily routine. It's like brushing your teeth in the morning.
Yeah,
I just get up, I get up and I do it, and I feel like, on the rare occasion, the days that I can't do it, I'm spent all day wishing I could have got up at 3 a.m. to do it or 2 a.m. to get it done. I think it's just I've devoted, I don't know, 3 months, 2 months of almost consistent daily uploads. So for me not to do it, I feel like it's just a waste of a day.
And my main thing, that people like, you have a lot of, viewers on your channel. You have a lot of people. You're getting great views. People want to know: are you playing a character, or is this how you truly feel?
So that's that's funny. The thing is about how I feel like obviously, for the camera or for, when I'm sitting in front of a microphone, obviously I have to amplify my opinions, my thoughts, and I was just talking to my girlfriend, my tone of my voice, I have to project differently in my videos to make myself sound a little bit more, pissed off, you can say.
Yeah, exactly.
Many people confuse what I say as hate, but I would say it's passion. But I don't wake up every day with wanting to see what Kais Omar does and to shit on him or any of these people. When I'm at my desk, I devote myself to this, and when I get up out of my desk, I don't worry about it. So the character, no, I truly feel what my opinions are my opinions, but amplified to an extent to make it more comedically entertaining, you can say.
And I think that's what a lot of, the viewers understand is when you're in this space, drama gets clicks. You know what I mean? People want stuff that's entertaining. People don't want something that's boring or dry. People want to see the next big fiasco or the big blow up. So when Tripping reports on these things, he puts his entertaining spin on them, and a lot of people, love him, and then there's other people in the community that don't like him. So it's like, it's really impressive to see, where he's amplifying his thoughts and where his projections are, because me personally, I've been a Tripping viewer for a while now, and, people always ask me, that sneaker resell because he likes to, shit talk him, and I think it's funny. I think a lot of people take life way too seriously, and it's good to see, somebody with a different opinion, somebody who has, different feels or different, reasonings why they, hate the sneaker reselling market. So it's always good to get different opinions. That's why I love watching Trippin's videos.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So when your first channel got terminated, was it hard to start your second channel? Did you feel like, you just didn't want to do it anymore? Or is it just something like, I really want to do this?
Yeah, it was tough for a little while. I went through a couple channels that unfortunately got caught in the crossfire of YouTube. But it definitely was tough. It was very demotivating, but I wasn't really ready to step away from YouTube. I felt like I was so close to the 100,000 plaque. I was around 4,000 off.
I know, so that's gotta be sickening.
That was very demotivating. But I'm glad that I stuck with it, because now where I'm at, despite the 1/3 less or whatever, I'm like 1/3 of where I used to be. I am doing with these daily uploads the best I have ever done in my almost 5 years of doing YouTube. So it was a step back, but I think I've taken way more steps forward.
And I think, too, when you look at your analytics and stuff, too, it's like you're getting so many likes, you're getting so many comments. You have such a devout fan base, and it's like, it's probably so humbling to you seeing, like, where you've come from, when you almost had a 100K, channel. Now you have, a third of that, but you're getting there, and it seems like
Exactly.
The engagement's just skyrocketing.
Yeah, the engagement is crazy, and that's the daily uploads does help, because I realized that I was at a disadvantage compared to other YouTubers who were getting, more views with more subscribers. So I realized to combat that and to compete with, people can post once a week and get 100,000 views. So I'm like, shit, if I can post every day and get like 15, 20K, well, then I'm doing basically the same as them or better than them. So yeah, that was my thought, but I've learned a lot, I don't know if you experienced this, but I feel like only people who are really devoted to YouTube can understand that analytics kind of control your mind.
It controls everything.
Yeah, so I say this: YouTube is the only quote unquote job that is a constant reminder of how well you're performing. You know, you see a video might do 9 out of 10. It's great. But then you get a 1 out of 10, there's confetti shooting out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all this rush of dopamine. And, you know, if you want to keep on, you know, YouTube wants to keep on making you post, but then, you know, you get down on yourself. So back then I would really get down on myself. I'll be like, I'll be like this. But now I've learned to take, you know, not to take anything for granted. And I'm grateful for everything now. So that was a huge lesson that I learned as well.
Trippy, I had another question as well. You were speaking about analytics. For a lot of people who don't know what analytics are, those are views, likes, you know, retention rate and stuff like that. When you make a video, I mean, I know me personally, like, I love looking at the numbers. It's almost like a dopamine. It's a high seeing the numbers. When you make a video, are you looking at the numbers, or like, what, in your opinion, makes a good video to you?
That's tough. I mean, obviously, looking straight off of analytics, obviously audience retention and click-through rate helps. That's what gets a video out there. But, you know, I posted a video a little while ago, 10 out of 10 video, it was shit. And then over time, I trusted that video as a good video, and now it has 50,000 views over in the span of 2 weeks, a week and a half. So I would say, you know, what makes a good video is what you do, because you know, YouTube, whatever, you really can't control if you post it flops, but if you have trust in your video and what you make, then it'll reach the right people eventually, I believe.
Exactly. And, you know, sometimes, you know, when you post something, you're like, in your head, it's like a masterpiece. You put all this work into it, you put all this effort into it, and then it's not getting the views, but, you know, sometimes, you know, the algorithm picks up and then it just starts showing up people's feeds.
Yeah, so that's definitely a thing. You know, you always can't strike out, you know, because then there's some videos that you think are going to be a banger, and then, well, they're not. Or even when you post a video that you're like, it's all right video, good concept, and then it does extremely well too. So it's really random.
Now, when you started YouTube back in 2017, do you remember what your first viral video was that really put you on the map?
Yes, the first viral video was something about Yeezy Busta. I believe
I remember that video.
I tried out his authentication service that he was doing. I think it was called Yeezy Busta Scam Me, and I think that kind of helped me transition the move, because I was appealing to two audiences, kind of like, you know, the legit checking replica stuff, but also commentary. So I was dabbling in some commentary, throwing it in here and there for my audience. So I think that really kind of helped me and motivated me. But also the biggest stuff was the Blazendary stuff.
Oh, so man, was that crazy?
About that, yeah.
That's the thing, you know, is like a lot of people, you know, who, you know, that have been around long enough. Yeezy Busta was a huge figure back in the day. He was like everywhere. Everybody was so obsessed with, like, he was busting celebrities, he was busting influencers, and, like, you know, when he came out that his service was shit and, you know, it was a scam, people couldn't believe it. And then he went on, you know, I think some Complex interview, and they gave him like a fake pair, and he said it was real. So just currently like ruined his reputation. So it's funny to see that, like, you know, some of these people who think they're know-it-alls, they don't know shit about anything.
No, of course not. That's how it is.
Now, Tripping, is there, so I know you talk a lot about, you know, the downfalls of the sneaker community and, you know, the vintage culture. Is there anything that you enjoy about the sneaker community?
I mean, I love everything, you know, just because I voice my strong opinions does not mean that I hate everything about it. I've been thrifting for the longest time. I love vintage. But I feel like everything is just so oversaturated.
The culture vultures, absolutely.
Culture vultures. I mean, it's, if you're on the community, you know everything about it. So, I mean, yeah, I like sneakers. I mean, I'm not just making the videos just to appeal to people who like sneakers as well. I genuinely like sneakers. So yeah, it's just a shame that where the community has gone, but yeah. So
and I think the important part is too, is, you know, is Trippin saying he loves shoes, and, you know, he wants to see better things for the community, and a lot of people, you know, take offense to what he says, but truly you have to understand that there's two sides to every story. And I truly like when he posts a video, because, you know, if I do something stupid or another creator does something stupid, I want to know what's going on. You know what I mean? I want to know if something's fucking cringy or something's not working right. So it's good to see, you know, that there's, you know, I personally, I watch Tripping a lot. I watch Cena's a lot. But it's good to see that, like, you know, you're voicing your opinion, because a lot of these guys, you know, some of these fan bases and some of these guys with like, bigger YouTube channels, their fan base is fucking nuts. Like I remember back in the day, like, when I made my first video going to Cam's Kicks, like it's just crazy like how big he was, and then to see where he's at now, and to see how he treats people. Like for instance, when you made that video how he was talking shit on Hank, like how can you talk? I mean, he never has anything positive to say about employees.
It's I mean, I could talk about Cam for hours. Yeah, it's I think with the voicing opinions, I feel like a lot of people want to say stuff, but they don't have a platform to say stuff. So I watch your content and everything too. So I think it's good that there's some genuine authenticity, because you can kind of tell that you're watching these videos. I feel like people are kind of putting on a little act for the camera. Making themselves
you're
look
exactly
a little bit
right.
better.
There's so much bullshit in this community. I agree completely.
So you know what, like I said, I've only gone to one sneaker event. I'm not best friends with anyone, but I feel like you and Sneaker Spectrum, I've been talking to him recently.
Adam's a good dude.
Yeah. We played Fortnite one time. He's chill. But I was talking to him, and he's like, he's a huge sneaker reseller. But despite him and despite my videos, he agrees like you with what I have to say, because if you look past whatever, I feel like there's a deeper meaning in my videos besides just some guy screaming into a microphone. I feel like there's wow, that does make sense. You know what I mean?
I agree completely. A lot of people don't understand too is like, when you're making these videos, if you didn't care about the culture, you wouldn't make these videos. You're not just making them to fill up space. And, I feel like a lot of guys, or ladies that are in this community, they get real upset real easy. And me personally, I was talking to you, like I like getting critiqued. I love laughing. I love having a good time. So it's like when I watch your videos, it generally puts a smile on my face. And I was talking to few of my buddies in the space, and they said this is going to be a good thing, because I know how you feel about the sneaker community. Mm-hmm. I know that you sometimes have to put on an act, but I really enjoy your content, Trippin.
No, that means a lot. And yeah, it's like, I don't know what I was gonna say, but yeah, I think it's good. I think just being genuine is all that really matters. And like you said about like the videos and everything, I think I care about stuff and I want stuff to change. And I was gonna say that a lot of people they've watched my videos and I get messages or I get comments saying you really changed, like you helped me change my outlook. I'm not gonna be as reckless spending on a pair of shoes or be more conservative. I try to push somewhat of a message, so it's not just blatant, a video. I try to, people can resonate with something and, let it think after the video ends, and maybe that'll affect their purchasing or whatever. So I think that's kind of what I intend some of my videos. I think, that's.
Dude, I really appreciate your time as well. So when you're making these videos, was there ever a video that you got an extreme amount of backlash on, or like you had a creator reach out to you that was like, I'm going to fucking kill you, that like was something that was just really overwhelming to you?
I mean, the Blazendary stuff was obviously the biggest backlash where he was going after my girlfriend's mom. The dad was going crazy. That was probably the biggest backlash. But I think Kais Omar community guidelines strike one of my videos one time, but really other than that, violence, I mean, I haven't really gotten that, so I don't think anyone's going to get violent over me with it.
And that's the thing too, is I think a lot of people get so angry, they get so mad, but like, hey, if you pull up in person, a lot of them don't do anything. A lot of these sneakerheads are like cats. They're very mild, very tame people, and on social media, a lot of people are different people. So people can shoot their mouths off and stuff, but when you meet them in person, completely different person.
And by no means are my videos like, I'm not making these videos with the intent if I see him I'm gonna sock him in the mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to pick fights with people. I'm just voicing my opinion at the end of the day, and you can either like it, and unfortunately, the people that I criticize, they don't take the criticism well or constructive.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? They can't take it well.
Firstly, I think it's masked with jokes and insults that I sometimes portray in the videos for comedic effect. But I think they're just very stubborn. They're stuck in their way. They're arrogant. I mean, I could go on with the adjectives here about how they act. But you've gone to events. You see all these little TikTokers running around. It's just sickening. It's just sickening.
It is sickening. It's so bad for the culture too. Like
it's a different breed.
It is. And it's a lot of the. I'm 26, so I'm older. So a lot of these like younger kids, like they're running around like, "What's your favorite Jordan?" Like they have no fucking idea what they're talking about. It's so like. And the thing is, too, is like everybody is so cringy about it, and there's so much bullshit, and like it's so hard to find authentic people. So like when I watch your content, like I truly feel like you say what you mean. So it's like it's enjoyable to me. But like when you go on Instagram and you see all these little fucking weirdos running around, people can sense fakeness and bullshit. And it's just the culture right now is going down, and I think it's getting worse. So we need more people to speak up on this stuff and to voice their opinion and not be silent.
Definitely, and I think these little TikTokers and whatever this new wave of content creation, the people who are watching this are children. They're teenagers. They're young teens who see these YouTubers go to these events and I would say almost over glamorize sneaker reselling as this
exactly. They're celebrities.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that they fly people out to sneaker cons, these TikTokers, and they get put on stage and do Q&As. Like, why? Like, what value are they besides that they have a couple 100,000 on TikTok? What are they doing, meaningful besides making scripted, fake, cringy content? That's all they're doing. It's nothing like, why don't you interview, like, I mean, they might not have, a following, but at least interview someone who might, care about the community, but it's already too far gone. I mean, just in the last, I would say the pandemic has made this entire new wave of sneaker resellers and TikTok as well.
Trippin', that's crazy you say that because, I hit the events, I do all the circuits. You wouldn't believe the ego these kids have. Like, they think they're rock stars and they're celebrities. And listen, all we're doing is selling fucking shoes.
Exactly.
There's nothing to it. It's not like, I get it. It seems cool, you're doing something you like, but that's when it comes down to like brass tacks. All you're doing is selling shoes. And a lot of these TikTok kids don't even fucking buy or sell shoes. They're just going around.
Yep.
Telling you, it's crazy too. And these people, they go around. It's like their little cult circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They all stick together. They're all reposting each other, and fucking giggling, and it is so fucking annoying. And it's like it's like popular kids at school.
That's that. I was talking to Sneaker Spectrum or something. I was like, it's like cliques in high school. It's literally cliques. You have different categories of people who just stick together and just peruse the halls. But instead of in high school, they're going around to all these sneaker cons and doing the same shit every single event. And I haven't even gone to these events, but I can just see the content and how blatantly obvious it is.
And it's funny too because they walk around and they have their heads up high. They think they're so fucking cool. But in the spectrum of things, nobody gives a fuck about them. Nobody cares. You're entertaining your little TikTok following. Yeah, you get a video that goes crazy. Nobody cares about that. And that's what hurts. The reseller community and all this other stuff because everybody thinks it's so cool to resell shoes. It's so glamorous. It's not. Yep. You know what I mean? It's honestly like, we're all a bunch of fucking nerds. You know what I mean? It's just like coming together for one common purpose. And I think a lot of people now just take themselves so seriously and like they're always posting like, I have this many TikTok followers. Like at the end of it, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, TikTok has completely ruined a generation where people think that they're famous because they got a couple million views on TikTok. They mean nothing. TikTok none of us are anything. We're not celebrities. We're minuscule niche micro celebrities in sneakers. Other than that, no one's anything. I think it's just sad that it's TikTok and TikTok in general has just ruined everything. But especially when it comes to sneakers, that it's quick, fast, glamorized with prices, flashy shoes. This is the whole ordeal of TikTok, and then that affects sneakers and everything too. It's ridiculous.
And Trippin made a really good point. I was watching one of Trippin's videos and like a lot of you people out there that are going to these events and stuff, you're like clones. They wear the same cargo pants, the same panda dunks, and it's just like there's no originality anymore. Nobody's unique. No, everybody wants to be accepted. It's really like a weird cult. And I think that's why when I go to events, like I'm a greasy guy. We like to have fun. I call out bullshit and stuff like that. So it's like, it's good to see guys like you who see it too, because a lot of these people, they don't think on their own. They see it, what fucking Kanye West wears or what Pete Davidson wears. And they want to be like that person, and they have no intellect or thought on their own.
No, it's sad. So many people just want to dress like a celebrity or dress like who they see on YouTube, but they fail to realize that clothes don't make Travis Scott. Travis Scott makes Travis Scott. So they want to dress like him or wear all this, stupid shit. They're all fucking bots. They all dress the fucking same. It's sad.
And when Trippin says this too, is like when you see like Travis Scott or like Kanye, they don't give a fuck that you're wearing your clothes. They don't care one bit. They're getting paid. You know what I mean? They're getting these massive contracts. Do you think Travis Scott gives a fuck that you're wearing the Fragment highs? He doesn't care. Not. It means nothing to him. He has built his brand. He has done what he's had to do. And a lot of kids nowadays, they don't even like the shoes. They like the status behind them. Exactly. They'll take a picture with the likes. It doesn't make sense.
That's the biggest thing. Once again, I mean, it all goes back to social media, where you're buying something for notoriety on social media, for clicks and likes and comments to just boost egos. That's the thing. Sneakers have become not really more focused on shoes rather than the status of a shoe, which is just crazy that people are putting so much shoes on a pedestal that are some sort of unattainable item that no one can have, or if you have it, then you're this flash, and that makes the person. Why are we valuing material possessions, and how does that affect you as a person? It doesn't. You make you. Like, it doesn't, like, if I own a million Travis Scott shoes, like, that's the thing, Neecs, bro. People get famous off of having rare shoes. That's so fucking sad. Like, you probably gone to events, it's like, oh, look at that guy over there with the Freddy Krueger dunks. You don't know the guy's name. You know him for the fucking shoes he has. It's pathetic.
And these people, it doesn't matter if you're a good person or not. They are so obsessed with material objects. Like, oh my God, look, I just fucking got a $20,000 pair of shoes. I'm fucking wearing $7,000 jeans, and I have fucking $37 in my Wells Fargo account. Mm-hmm. Nobody gives a fuck. And, I keep telling people this, the community has changed so much for the worse. Like, I watch these bigger guys, like, Private Selection and stuff, and, like, they are very obsessed with material things.
Yes.
It's everything to them. They don't care, like, if you're a great person, what you're helping out, but holy fuck, you're wearing that Johnny Dang chain, or you're wearing that Amiri shirt. It's so cringy. It really,
it's like, I watch one of their videos or whatever, and they're like, they just rush up to people and like, whoa, look at this sick outfit. Look at those rare Jordans. It's just like everything is just so fixated on what people are wearing. I understand it's like a sneaker show, like, you're wearing cool shoes and everything, but it's just a never-ending cycle. Like, I'm grateful that I kind of snapped myself out of being like a very materialistic person.
I was the same way. I agree completely. I was very materialistic.
And like I realized quickly that I could have whatever I want, and replicas kind of like made me realize that like I can get whatever I want, but I don't even buy replica shoes anymore. And if I do, I'm really frugal as well. I can never fathom spending over $100 on shoes. That's just me nowadays. I know it's crazy, but I have other hobbies and passions that I would rather spend money on. And I understand, like, if you love a shoe, man, and if you want to spend $3,000 on a shoe, if that'll make you, quote unquote, happy
for 5 minutes, it'll make you happy for 5 minutes.
Exactly. I fucking watch one of these videos. He's like, oh, I just bought this shoe. I'm not gonna buy. I don't like. Like, you're buying a new shoe every week. What does that say about yourself? That you like, if you really like, if it's really your grail or something that you wanted for a long time, you should buy it and then be done. Why do you keep on buying shit if that's making you happy? That's a clear-cut sign that materialistic possessions do not provide real happiness. They're short-term hits, and then after that little rise, and that it falls right back again, and the cycle continues again and again. Nobody realizes that.
And a lot of these people too, it's like, I see these people who buy new shoes every week. They review them and they fucking sell them. They don't, it's just like everybody is so obsessed with the next new thing. I have seen very few people who have saved their money and said, okay, I want to buy this specific item, and they're genuinely happy with it. Like me, I was the same way when I was younger. If I got a pair of shoes, I said, who gives? I want the next pair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have that dopamine. You have that effect for 5 to 10 minutes. You put it in your closet, then you're on the next thing. Once you get the picture, and nowadays, I have a large collection. I don't even wear shoes anymore because it's not cool tripping. It's fucking lame because, nobody appreciates the culture anymore. Everybody's a vulture. Everybody just cares about what's getting clicks, what's getting views. Like Jordan 1s, for instance. Nobody gave a fuck about those a few years ago. Dunks, those were sitting in outlets. And now you see all these, hot chicks wearing them, and you're like, wow, maybe I can get a hot girl if I fucking wear them. You're a crazy, greasy bastard who's not going to get a chick.
No, it's sad, and with the shoes, and now, we going back to this once again, it's projected onto social media. People are only buying it because others are buying it. They see other people, they want to wear it, and the trend cycle, it just caters. So whatever, dunks have been fucking around, or dunks have been around since the 80s. Nobody gave a shit. But now, oh my God, all of a sudden Travis Scott had the pair, and now Nike's pumping it down our fucking throats. Now there's dunks everywhere. It's just so sad. And the thing is, I genuinely like the silhouette of Travis's or these collabs coming out, but I can't even wear them because I feel like I'm gonna be mocked out in public, and I'm gonna be called cringe because just because the stigma and how other people are carrying it. And that's the thing. When Supreme box logos were around, Supreme garnished this huge reputation of being, if you were wearing a box logo, you were a snobby, rich, preppy white kid who was a culture vulture who didn't understand streetwear. That ruined Supreme. And honestly, that's going to happen to Dunks and all Jordans, I believe, one day.
And that's the thing too, Supreme, Bape, all these big brands, they're flashy, people see them, but at the end of the day of it, things come and go. Fads will always come and go, and it's remarkable to see now that these kids, back in the day, I was in sneakers back in 2012 and stuff, and kids used to generally like shoes. You know what I mean? People were wearing them. It was if you saw somebody wearing retros, you're like, wow, that's pretty fucking cool. They're into shoes. Now everybody's wearing black and white dunks. Everybody's got a pair of Jordan 1 Obsidians. Everybody's got this, got that, and it's not a culture anymore. It's everybody is so obsessed, infatuated with, oh my God, what does this girl think, or what does this guy think, or what does this influencer think? When it comes down to it, at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck what you're wearing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Yeah, no. It's everyone just feels like high schoolers. We're the opposite. When you're in high school, you're insecure what others are thinking about you. But now, oh my God, people just think that, oh my God, everyone's fucking salivating out of their mouths at what you see. But then we've seen this outfit a million times on a million other people. You're nothing special.
And a lot of these kids too, I know it's going to sound fucked. A lot of these kids were bullied in school, so now there's
I would not believe that. I would not believe that. Cam definitely got shoved into a couple lockers.
And the thing is, these kids get bullied in school, and they think, having a few bucks or wearing a crazy outfit's going to make them popular.
Yep.
No, you being a cool person or being unique is going to make you popular. Not somebody who's literally a fucking replica or a clone of somebody else.
Nope. It's sad. It's people are just masking how they feel with clothes and shoes nowadays. Oh my God.
Trip, but I wanted to ask you too. I wanted to get more into depth with I know you're probably sick and tired of talking about, but the sneaker tech situation. I just wanted to see, I know you said some people are starting to get help and trying to see what's going on. Do you have any further details of what's going on with that story?
Not really, but I'm in that group chat on Instagram that has, I would say, up to 20 people now, and they're sending their tracking numbers. No one has officially gotten any stuff back, but they've checked the weight of the packages, and they are like 10 pounds. So obviously multiple shoes do equate to that. So I believe that people are reaching out to Hank's wife. There was some speculation that it was Hank faking it on her account, but that was shortly shut down because of how she talked and how genuine that account was. But yeah, all the screenshots I shared in the video, my most recent one, whatever, are from Hank's wife messaging other people. That's all the screenshots are from. I know some guy was like, oh, this could be you typing this and faking it. Nope, I would not do that. It's literally right from the group chats. People are getting tracking numbers, and maybe some people have gotten their shoes back. There's an email out there, whatever, to get in contact with them. But I feel like your best bet is to message the Sneaker Tech account on Instagram. Other than that, it looks like it's going good. For that situation, relatively, but for Henry, I don't really know.
Now, I wanted to ask you, so I was trying, I talked to Henry, I talked to him behind the scenes, I was, trying to get everything. I know you guys aren't on speaking terms right now, and I know it's a bit chaotic, but in your opinion, who do you think is to blame for this whole situation? Do you think they both have sides to blame, or do you think it's mainly Hank, or do you think Henry has some blame? Like, what do you feel, Tripping, in your honest opinion, should, happen?
Okay, 100% honesty, bro. It's tough. Obviously, you have to put the biggest blame on Hank because he's the one who was, quote unquote, facilitating these deals through Instagram. And I understand that, it's Hank's store, whatever, Hank's store, quote unquote, and all that stuff. And what Henry's been saying, it's very hard to put these puzzle pieces together and get a true definite thing. But if I could put a percentage on it, I would say 70% is Hank's fault and 30% is Henry's fault. That's my true, honest opinion about it. I think blame should be put on both of them, but the blame should be heavily dealt on the individual who now is fucking missing and has all these people's money and is leaving his wife to do the get him out of the shitter.
Now, I heard different things, and I don't ever assume anything. I always take things with a grain of salt. Do you think Hank had a gambling problem, or do you think it was something else?
That's tough. I mean, it's when I heard, he whatever. I think maybe there was a gambling problem. Gambling gambling at an actual casino and also gambling his fucking life away. He's really, fucking rouletting it. I think he definitely had some sort of addiction. Either that was drug or gambling. The wife, once again, is very not specific about an addiction. But I feel like what makes sense would devoting a large sum of money towards gambling or a drug, and that's how the money got burned through. I think he was just a horrible with managing his money. And I realized I think maybe something was creeping in the back of Hank's head, and I realized that the store might have been going under for the last couple months, or he wasn't fulfilling as many promises. Who knows what was going on? He hit it very well, but I think he just imploded it and just killed it off that way.
I mean, and me personally, what happens is when, I love to gamble as well. I'm not an addict like Hank was or supposedly, but a lot of times when you're down, you try to chase.
Exactly.
And what I personally got scammed from Hank. I sent him $1,000, and if I don't get it back, it doesn't matter. But I really want people to have some foreclosure that people do get money back. I know that JC Resells kid got scammed for a lot, and other kids got scammed for fucking a lot of money as well. But a lot of people that don't understand when you gamble. It is when you win, it's like a dopamine. You are so hyped.
It's huge.
It is. It's incredible. You have this big high. You feel like you can't lose. But what happens is nobody makes a living off gambling. A lot of people are trying to, make millions of dollars, and maybe 0.1% of people get truly lucky over time. And what I think was happening was Hank was battling this addiction, and he was getting money from people, trying to win it back, trying to, and it just came to a point where it's like you're losing 5 figures plus a day. You can't come back from that.
I think that exactly explains that. I think he was trying to win back his debts, and that's why he would keep on reselling shoes or only send out a couple shoes per box. And I would say, just quick sidetrack, the people who sent money probably aren't getting their money back. Let's be 100% real here. If you
I
bought
agree
shoes,
completely. I agree.
I think if you send them 10K or whatever, 5K, you're probably not going to get your money back. But Hank's wife is kind of replace shoes with other shoes you ordered to make up that sum of money. But for everyone to get compensated, either money or sneakers wise, it's unfortunate, but that's not going to happen. But I do think you're right about the gambling. I think we can kind of shift the blame towards the co-owners in this fact that there was no like council. It seemed like everyone was just one off doing their own thing rather than as a successful business should be. Everyone is on the same page, managing the same finances, all that stuff. It seemed like Hank was doing his own thing, getting his own money on his own side deals. Henry was doing his own thing, getting his own money and his own side deals. And then, of course, bro, if you're Hank, you're a gambling addict, someone just sent you $5,000, you could turn that into 10. Oh, exactly. Well, 10 could be 20. 20 could be 50. And then that's the sad addiction process that unfortunately, if there was like a joint bank account or some weird like Venmo they shared, at least you would have tracked the money going in and out and be like, okay, what did he order? Okay, boom, I could do that. It's just unfortunate situation overall. It's really sad.
See, my thing is too being like a neutral bystander. It was like, me personally, I'm in business with myself, so I know stuff like that. I know like where my money's going and stuff like that. But when you have like a partnership or you have different owners involved, I feel like having meetings is almost a necessity.
Exactly.
Like knowing where money's going, we're allocating certain funds. Like me personally, I could never imagine being in business with somebody and saying, hey, where's this money going? Or, why isn't this bill paid? Or why, this is stuff that they should be sitting down every week and talking about. And maybe it was just an uncomfortable situation for them.
Maybe.
But still, when you're in business with somebody, and from the beginning, I met Hank in Vegas. He seemed like a stand-up guy. Never in a million years.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, never in a million years did I suspect him to be, doing this shit. And, I think addiction got to the better of him, but you made some valid points. Like, I know there was apparently 3 owners, but if Hank is spending all this money and stuff, don't the other owners, shouldn't they know about certain things?
Exactly. And especially when Henry said that Hank wasn't paying rent on the store for the last 3 months. But, I also met Hank and Boston Got Sold. Like, he was a nice guy. Like, exactly. Like, you would not expect this dude, like, he was super friendly despite all the videos I made, kind of like throwing shit at him. Like we dapped up, whatever, like cool. We talked for like 10 minutes, like super nice guy, like whatever. But I think what really comes down to it is people being in business that should never be in business. Unfortunately, people do not have common sense to manage finances or be on top of bills or rent, and let alone you didn't even have the store for over a year and you're paying like $1,800 on rent in that little store, but then you want to go and expand to a $5,000 new rent. Like that's just horrible. Like, why are you almost tripling your rent? Like that's you're setting yourself up to get fucked. I think a lot of mistakes were happening from the jump, honestly.
And that's it, a lot of people don't understand this as well, is like these people, everybody frowns upon, selling stuff online. But when you're selling stuff online, it's a lot more simpler. It's a lot easier. You don't got to worry about crazy bills and shit. When you have a store and stuff, everybody wants a store. I think I used to have a store. I don't think it's worth it. You know what I mean? I think it's a much more of a hassle than it is a good thing. You deal with a lot of fucking annoying people. And when you're in business with people, some people do not know the fundamentals of what it is to even say it's either a restaurant or a shoe store or, something else. A lot of people don't know the fundamentals of what it's like to own a business. And, they think it's cool, it's fun, but realistically, a lot of people behind the scenes, they don't have enough money to pay their bills, so they get lenders, they get, investors, and it's always a nightmare. And,
it is.
People, you see these guys on YouTube that have stores and they think everything's so glamorous. It's not what it all seems to be, No. A lot of these guys don't have any money to their name. A lot of these guys are trying to peddle shoes. They're not, like, for instance, I used to watch Cam's videos. He would be buying all these collections, and I said, how the fuck is this 18-year-old kid spending 6+
Yep.
figures in a buyout? I said, something's not right here. So a lot of you guys need to understand, not everything is what it appears to be. So
Exactly. That's the thing. A lot of these stores are heavily investor funded, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars.
like
These
fucking
guys are-
impossible kicks. I fucking hate those greedy
Yep.
bastards.
Oh yeah. That don't even get me started. But yeah, like it's just huge. These fucking big wig idiots who are saying, "Oh, sneakers, that's cool. Let me give you $500,000 to open up all these stores or whatever. It's these Common Hype or Cam, they really have no individual income. They're probably not getting paid hourly or salary. And like the store thing is the biggest fad hype bullshit that should, like, why do you want a store? Just for the YouTube videos, probably. And your ego too.
And that's amazing you said ego, because I opened up my store back in 2020 and it was an ego thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to open up a store. I feel cool. And then, the first, when I'm in there, nobody's coming in my store. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I see all these other guys. They have these fucking huge lines, and it's just, it gets discouraging after a while.
Yes, definitely.
A lot of guys who are moving a lot of inventory, a lot of products, they're not even on social media. They're behind the scenes because they don't have to flash or show, they have all these fucking pairs. It's not cool. A lot of these guys that are really, buying and selling sneakers, they're doing it all behind the scenes. They don't need to have the recognition. A lot of these guys now, like, for instance, Cam, he opened up that new store in a dead mall. Like, I don't understand like what he's personally thinking about doing this. Like, why do you keep putting yourself in a spiral? Like, Cam, you have a following, sell online, get your money up, and do something good when you're still a young kid. I wanted to ask you, Tripping, as well. Like, when you were working with Cam, was there ever certain things you noticed about him that were like greasy or like you didn't notice were right?
Like relative to like what? I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of like ways I could take that question. Like, what do you mean, like specifically relative to like him personally? Like, I think
I remember when you guys did that interview. It was so fucking cringy to watch on his end because. Because the way he speaks and like his etiquette and stuff, he's very awkward. And I was just wondering like how you handle situations like that.
Okay, listen. I thought you were hinting with that question that is he special needs. So I was like, I thought you're like, oh, like were you talking to him? Did you pick up on anything? I'm not going to comment on that. But yeah, that day, that is probably one of the biggest mistakes of my entire life. If I'm gonna put that out there, I regret that every single day. I get haunted by seeing that fucking stupid ass photo of us. That was just a horrible day overall. That sucked. Okay. And I can give you some insight details actually about how.
I'd love to hear.
Fucking first ever me talking about this actually. I think I just told this story like a couple days ago, but we get there. I'm with my girlfriend, my friend Noah, and we go to Hartford, Connecticut, which was 2.5 hours away from us. I drove down there. You know what? Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to do that. I don't know what I think. With the channel that was kind of rebuilding at that time, I felt like I had to do something to put myself out there.
Oh, any publicity is good publicity, 100%.
Exactly. I was thinking relative to publicity. If I had a following, like a large following on YouTube at the time, I would not even have like thought of that. And that's not me like clout. That's not me clout chasing off a Cam or anything. Because let's be real here. Like what clout can you get off of him nowadays, or even back then? But we go there, we go to the hotel, we're sitting in the lobby, and right off the fucking rip, he comes blaring with the camera rolling. I'm sitting next to my girlfriend.
Right in your face.
Yeah, no, this is what he does. He goes next to my friend, and he's filming it selfie style with this huge DSLR camera to my friend. And he's like, yo, what's up, Tripping? What's up, man? We're finally meeting, man. And my friend Noah's like, we couldn't tell if he was joking or he genuinely thought that was me, and it was super awkward And then he starts flipping the camera at him and me and my girlfriend, and we're like, what the fuck is this? Like,
so there was no talking about this before. No, he just ran up to you.
There was zero planning. We said, hey, we're in the lobby. He said, hey, I'm coming down. Boom, right off the fucking rip. Camera pointing into my girlfriend's face. I'm like, listen, I'm not camera shy, but if you're getting me on the spot, not even like a off camera, like, hello, nice to meet you for the first fucking time. Like, I'm gonna do this little bit real quick. Like, and he's like, well, what do you got on feet? And like doing like fit checks to all of us. I'm like, this is so fucking weird.
Oh no.
So like that, you know, and then we get into the elevator. He's filming in the elevator. He's filming when we're walking to the hotel. Like, constant filming. I'm like, dude, like, let me meet you real quick. Like, let me, like, you know, like, I'm like, this, like, I'm like, how the fuck did people close to him, like, withstand that long? Like, I would have killed myself, honestly, if I had to deal with that every day.
I couldn't even imagine, like, you know, I meet you in person, I just start shoving a camera in your face. Like, dude, it doesn't make sense.
Like, no, and I think the only time we actually talked was, like, we got to the hotel room, and it was just like, it was like, boom, like, set up, like, camera film, boom, boom, boom. And then, like, we do the little fucking cringy interview. He's filming right after. He's filming as we're walking around downtown. And then he brings me, guess what? Sneaker shopping. He's like, hey, I called up this store and I want to film there. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. So throughout this entire time, he's pointing the camera in my face. He would pick up a shoe and he would say, what do you think about this shoe? And I'm like, he's like, are you going to buy it? I'm like, dude, it's like a $500 like court purple. I'm not buying that. Like, I'm not buying any of these shoes. We were in there for like 20 minutes. We get pizza. And we send him back up to the hotel room, and we drove off.
I would have fucking took a flight right out of there. I would have said, fuck this 2-hour drive. I'm getting home.
And I think he is very bad at social cues. He does not really understand. Like, we were getting pizza, and he had some like weird, like, he's very sheltered and awkward. Even off camera, very weird. Like, it's, oh God, it was horrible. And he gave me the SD card for me to edit it. So I have all the footage somewhere on Cam's SD card.
You gotta post that one day.
If that got out, I think I would just delete my channel. Honestly.
You would just die of cringe.
I mean, the interview itself was cringe enough, but it just, wow. You could offer me $1 million to buy that SD card. I don't think I would. No, I would not even pay that much for it. It's so bad.
In all honesty, though, I don't blame you for going down there too. You know, at the time, you know, you're trying to get yourself up, and like, I couldn't even imagine, because I met him the one time, and you know, I'm not trying to throw shade or anything, but he is a fucking very bizarre guy. There's definitely a screw loose up top for Cam's kicks. And I couldn't even imagine him trying to interview me, because he is so corny and weird. And, you know, for him to be like, hey, Shrimp, are you going to buy this? Like, why the fuck is he, like, why would he go sneaker shopping? It doesn't make sense.
I think he was more fixated on just the content that he would make rather than that genuine connection. And that's when I was editing his videos after that, he reached out to me. Like,
that's the thing, Tripping, too, is like when you were making his videos, like, that was the best content he ever had. I'm not even just saying that. Like, that was the best content he ever had.
Yeah, it's sad how he messaged me up. I didn't even go to him. He came to me to edit. I wasn't even the one who was like, I can edit for you, man. No, he came to me to edit his videos. You know what? Like, it was good. You know, it was helping, you know, fuel the passion I had for editing and everything. It was good to, you know, he paid me decent. Like, it was like, I think the pay was under 30 minutes of raw footage, $80, from 30 to an hour, 100, then anything over an hour would be like 150.
So his demands weren't crazy.
No, I mean, sometimes it was a lot of like looking through raw footage and cut. It got very mundane and boring. And I think he expected me to have like this magical flair that could just turn whatever he did into gold. Like, I can't fix what you filmed. Like, if you had shitty B-roll footage, I can't go in there and like do all this magic to make it better or do all this stuff. My editing, I know how to edit, but the level of expertise is not compared to these other YouTubers.
And you're right. If you shine a turd, it's still a turd.
Oh, exactly. So that was good, and I can talk about how we parted ways, I guess, if you want me to.
That did look like that's my main thing. I was like, how did you part ways? Was it more of a mutual thing, or did you just say, I got to get the fuck out of here? I can't deal with this anymore.
No, it's so when working for Cam, I feel like when you work for him or you're associated with him, he kind of puts a little spell on you where he makes you feel bad for him. He makes you
Really?
Yes, this is true. You wonder why now Bo, his former employee, shit talks him, or Hank shit talked him, or Henry, all these people who used to work for Cam, when they leave Cam, they snap out of this Cam psychosis, weird hip.
It's like a mirage. It's like a mirage.
Yeah, it's a fucking mirage. Where you're like, oh, you know what, Cam? Ah, man, why are they saying that mean stuff about you? Oh, look at these comments shitting on you, man. That's not fair. And that's how I genuinely felt. I felt bad for him. I was like, man, and that's why I did the interview. I thought I matured. I thought I put this shit behind us. And then, I was working for him, whatever. It was fun to edit the videos, post the videos, whatever. People actually, his subscribers were liking my editing because I was poking fun at Cam throughout the video. So it was
all good jokes. Absolutely, it was banter. Yeah.
Exactly. But over time, obviously, if you're sending footage to an editor, I had an editor for a little bit, a couple of years ago, and I would be pretty nitpicky, but at least I would give him a detailed, okay, I want this funny sound effect here, this boom, boom, boom. Cam would just send me the shit in a Google Drive. I would download the footage, and he would expect me to, make a video how his creative vision wanted. And obviously with YouTube videos, that isn't possible. Editing a video, if I'm editing how I would edit, but my editing is not on the level of yours. There were some times where he'd be very, very nitpicky about sounds or what do you want. I would redo the video 4 or 5 times over for him to make it perfect, which, hey, it's your video, man. I get it. But how we parted ways was it's so fucking annoying, and it's just so typical Cam being self-destructive and just being an idiot. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So in this kind of act to fix Cam's Kicks PR, I had him on a live stream on my channel that had around at the time I was probably had 9K subs, maybe 10, whatever, 15, whatever, not large at all. And I wasn't even monetized as well. I got monetized right, whatever. We did the live stream, bro. Q&A. The chat was asking Cam some out-of-pocket things, typical troll questions. He was
absolutely 100%. Yeah.
He was willingly answering them. He willingly knew he was being on live stream and being recorded. That was a consensual thing we both agreed on. I said to him right after I was like, yo, man, was that okay? I know they asked some pretty crazy questions. Are you okay with that? And he was like, yeah, that was fine. No worries. I'm oh, my fans could be a little bit crazy. You know what I mean? And he's like, oh, I'm going to start live streaming. That was fun. I'm like, oh, shit. So to make content out of that live stream, I figured I could make a video talking about the history of Cam's Kicks, which I didn't feel was that wrong. I said, you know what? Cam made a lot of mistakes. He fucked up a lot in the past, but he's bettering himself now. Then I played the funny live stream clip at the end, and all the comments in that video, this is very important to remember, were all saying, yes, I agree, Cam has changed, he's doing better now. So I think I probably posted that video on Thursday or Friday, or I think Wednesday. Then the Friday rolls around, I edit for him, I do the video. For some reason, he is being overly aggressive, kind of like an asshole, honestly. And I was like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna monetize, and I might make money. And at the time of this, I was editing for Cam. I was doing my videos, which I was doing every day, maybe every other day at the time. Plus, I was working 8 hours at a shitty job. No way am I going to be able to balance all of that bullshit. And then, I'm not gonna sacrifice my content for your content. That might sound selfish, but that's just the truth.
Was he mad that you monetized the video?
You know, I could get the message up real quick here, but he said, I said to him probably Saturday night, Friday night, whatever. I was like, you know what, man? I was like, hey, Cam, like it's getting really busy with work. I'm working 8 hours, all of this stuff. I don't know. All I said is, I don't know if I can devote my full time to your videos. And I said, I don't want your videos to like decrease in value for my lack of time. What would be the normal response to that, Neecs? What would you say if someone came to you, you're working with, and said, you know what, man, I can't devote all this thing, but I'll let you know if I can work around it. What would a reasonable adult say?
So the first thing is Cam's not an adult, so he doesn't think like an adult. So my thing is, you're being an adult. You're trying to put food on the table. You're providing for yourself. So 100% of the understanding. I would say, listen, Tripping, whatever is best for you, I want you to be happy, just like I tell my guys. Whatever's in your best interest that makes you happy. I would never be upset or angry or take out my anger on you.
So, yes, that hypothetically and probably realistically in every scenario, if you're listening, you would be understanding of someone who's helped you edit and all this stuff. Cam came back with, and he said something along the lines of, I'm paraphrasing, basically, he's like, oh, you think you're too good for me right now because you're getting views and you're making money off of YouTube.
What?
Basically what he said.
What?
Yeah. I mean, I can look back at the message and read verbatim here, but that was basically what he said. I was like, oh my dude, I didn't even say I couldn't edit for you anymore. Like I said, I'm like, I might be hard if you, because he wanted to daily upload, which he is doing now at his store. So I said, how am I going to manage doing double daily uploads? That's going to be crazy for you and me. No way am I going to balance that.
Listen, I know, Cam, you're watching this video. Shame on you, because when Tripping was your editor, your shit was gold. Honestly, it was entertaining to watch. For you to say that to him, saying, do you think you're better than me? Like, it doesn't make sense. Do you honestly think that he didn't want your channel to do well? He was working for you. He was happy with the pay. He was being an adult. He had a full-time job. So it's crazy to me that you backtalk everybody who's done good for you. It's just, I find it truly fascinating.
Well, let me read what I said. So all I said was, I don't think I'll be able to edit for you anymore after I finish this series. He said, why, what's up? And this is what he said. This is live reaction here. He said, seems like you switched up, bro. I've remained the same and always kept it real with you. To me, it looks like, oh, now since you're monetized on YouTube and you're about to hit 10K, you're too good to edit like it's something bad. I don't really know. I said, I don't really understand where you're coming from. And then I explained I'm working 40 plus hours, all of this stuff. And then this is the kicker here. I edit one more video for him. He pays me. I don't talk for 2 days. He drops a video on me saying that
I remember that video. That was fucking so funny.
So he does that, drops the video, deletes it 3 hours later. I thankfully saved that video. I made my response, and then after that, I sent him a lot of text messages saying like, "What the fuck? Like you're crazy, bro." And then I haven't talked to him since. It's just that's sad.
And for him not, me personally, for him not to say anything to you saying like, hey, I'm going to make a video about this, and asking for your opinion, he just did it. And then he was a fucking idiot because he removed the video. Mm-hmm. He didn't even have enough pride in himself to keep the video up.
The thing is, the video was not even like, everything he was saying in it was not even true. He didn't fire me, and he tried to paint me. He just flipped the narrative so quick on it. So obviously, once again, he always has to be involved and make something about him. Like, I don't know. I think his excuse was, he said to me, you don't know what I'm dealing with. He's like, you don't know what I'm dealing with, and I made that video. Like, what the fuck does that mean? You don't know what you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Oh, God.
Tripping. I think, when I saw like your recent comments on Cam, I think he is just so worried about being in the spotlight, and he's just trying to climb his way back up. And it's just like, I was a young kid once. I was a fucking idiot. For him just to keep saying random stupid shit, he went to these events and starts talking shit with Common Hype and all these guys, Cam, nobody fucks with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe like keep your head down, go work at your fucking dead store and just, make your money and, make your content. Stop trying to bring people down. Stop trying to make hate videos. It doesn't make sense.
Well, that's the thing. It's like he always has to try to butt his nose into something.
Like the Hank the Tank drama.
Yeah, why are you making a video shit talking Hank the Tank? But then 2 months ago, you cashed out at his store for over 30 pairs of shoes. You had no issue with them back then.
And he wished him well in his video, too. He says, I wish nothing but the best for
Exactly.
Hank. He's a successful businessman. And then he makes another video saying he wasn't a good businessman. So what the fuck is it, Cam?
It's honestly like, Cam's case is one of the worst things to ever happen in the community. I stand by that. I think he is a cockroach. You can't get rid of him. No matter how many times you think you can kill him, step on him, spray the fucking raid at him, he'll always somehow survive and come crawling back to try to leech onto something. He's a leech.
And it's amazing to me because, every person I've ever talked to has never had a positive word to say about Cam.
No,
That's not a good thing.
No. Nobody can say one good thing about him besides the only people who can say good things about Cam are his brain-dead subscribers who suck him off.
I remember back in the day when, Cam was a bigger channel, and, I remember seeing your viewers and his viewers going at it. It was, so funny.
Oh, yeah. It was, I mean, yeah, it's, yeah, his viewers, they don't like me at all. Even when I was editing for him, they did not like me.
And it's what I find crazy is I've talked to every former employee of Cam, and I've talked to Bo, Henry, all them. Not one guy has a positive word to say about you. You would think he would try to better himself. Then he makes all these videos saying, I'm bettering myself. It's all bullshit. You're not doing anything.
Exactly. And he was coming to me during that time asking, should I make this apology? Should I make this apology? And deep down, I was not there to be his PR, advisor. I was not going to manage his social media to an extent.
It did seem like he was coming to you a lot, though, for questions.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He had no one else besides me. Think about it. Someone who made an entire, basically, year span of shitting on
a genre.
Back to me.
A genre.
So I think he was desperate, and I think he came to me out of desperation. It's sad, I think I don't know. I think he wants to change, but he physically and mentally just can't. It's something wired in his brain that limits him from actually wanting to do better. It's sad.
I think it is too. It's like how he was raised in a sense. It just seems like nobody ever told him what's right from wrong. And he's just going to keep, doing what he does. If he sees drama, he's going to get into it. If he fucks up, he'll apologize. It's just like the kid, it's literally like a fucking Ferris wheel. He just keeps going and going and going. And, a lot of people, like you said, can see genuine. And I think Cam's kicks is nothing but bullshit.
Well, and the thing is, speaking of genuine, I live stream a couple nights a week on my channel. He always is somehow in these live streams. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much he's watching me, and he's so in tune with everything about me and everything about relative to he obviously is going to be watching this and taking notes probably, but he's so indulged, and he feeds off of when people mention his name or talk about him. There was this one time a month ago or so. We haven't talked since July when our falling out, right? No communication. I left him on red, unfollowed him, boom, done, right? He comes into the stream and he starts talking it up with the chat. And the chat's asking him questions about.
So he's active in the chat.
Oh, he's active. He's extremely active in the chat. And of course, when his little name pops up with a little verification, the chat goes crazy. Oh, Cam, what's up, Cam? Asking him all these questions, and he loves when people ask him questions. He loves the attention, even though the attention is so negative. That somehow it makes him happy about it. He loves that people hate on him. And that's why from now on, obviously this, we're talking about him, but any little thing, he just loves his name. So he comes in the chat, I confront him. I'm like, what are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here. Why are you in here right now? And then he's like, oh, well, I'm actually came in here to apologize to you.
No, he didn't. Oh,
He
my
did.
God.
He came in to apologize, and he said, he's like, I've been thinking about it for a while, and I want to apologize for everything. He's like, I'm still learning to better myself, and I'm growing as a person. And then he's like, I can send you a text after. I'm like, don't text me. I'm like, please, don't text me. I end the stream. 5 minutes later, boom, huge fucking paragraph. Oh, I know you said not to text you and apologize after your stream, but I've been thinking about it for a while. Blah. And he's like, keep killing it on YouTube. And he's like, I'm like, what are you doing? I left him on red. Why am I going to entertain you?
What an ass kisser, man. It's just amazing how the tides have turned because, these people now, I feel like he's like one of those analytic guys. He's just so obsessed with getting views, and he loves being talked about. It's going to get him off, and it's crazy to see like his failure and how he's fallen so much.
Yeah.
And he's trying to make amends with people, but Cam, once this bridge is broken, and you just keep, it's like the boy who cried wolf. All you're doing is fucking, it's what is it called? Precaution thing. Nobody gives a shit, Cam. Whenever you say something 15 times and you don't mean it, nobody cares.
Well, it's like even in that sense of moment coming into the stream and faking his apology, obviously, if you really felt sorry and wanted to apologize to me, just send me a message. Why come into the stream and then isn't that so fucked up? Neecs said he has to come in there and announce this apology so that people could see it and acknowledge it.
Trippy, that's all it is he wants
crazy.
He wants your viewers to see that he's actively trying to talk to you because you know what? If he's in there, he's probably, honestly, this is my opinion, he's probably trying to annoy you so you make a video on him. Yeah. That's what it's coming down to.
No, this is the thing. If you go back, and I made a video, like I think it was like a couple of days ago about like a sneaker store. I put in the title. It was actually about Cam, me talking about.
You're exactly right. You didn't even
listen. If you go back to Henry Sneaker Hen's video where he says why I left Sneaker Tech, he's scrolling through his phone and Cam's name is there. And guess what Cam said to him? He said, honestly, quote, whatever quote here. He said, honestly, I hope he does make a video on me. It'll probably do views or something. It'll probably get attention. Whatever he was going to say. He wanted me. Even in that moment, he wants me to make a video about him. I could fucking talk about him. And in that video, I didn't mention his name for the first 45 seconds. Didn't put his name in the title. Didn't put his face in the thumbnail. Just not to feed his ego.
Tripping. Why do you think he has such a big ego? What do you think? Like, do you really think he's like? I mean, do you really think he's special? Like, is that what you're thinking?
Partially, but this is the thing: when you blow up like that on social media, when you go from having 0 subscribers to 120,000 in less than 3 months, it does that to your head because you don't know the trials and tribulations of growing. You get an instant boom, and automatically you think you're some sort of celebrity. Cam has this fake, fictitious idea in his head that makes him think, and he seems like he's a celebrity when he's not. I think the numbers got to his head way too quick. It blew up in his face, and now he's trying to pick up all the pieces to repair this puzzle. It's crazy. It's so crazy.
And his progression, I mean, I watch. I mean, he hasn't had positive progression. It seems like in a year.
He's gone back. Actually, he went from he loses subscribers every day. Yeah.
It's just it's crazy. We'll branch off from Cam's kicks. I know he probably drives you fucking crazy. I know I'm getting a headache thinking about him.
Yeah,
too.
it's just the same stuff. It's like it's so sad how it's been like over a year, like almost 2 years since your store opened, and the same stuff we're talking about is this like it's you don't change. It's crazy. This is my last point. What I find crazy is like how he like was never thankful for what you did. He just instantly like you're a grown up. You're working a full-time job. He didn't say, okay, I want you to focus on yourself. He instantly says, oh, you're fucking me over. I don't, what I mean? It's just crazy. And the thing is, even with that last thing, like I genuinely like wanted to help. Like I offered, and he was gonna pay me like more money to like design a website for him. post on his Instagram and be like kind of like a social media manager because my major in college is kind of relative to that. So I kind of have like a good sense. But like all of that stuff, like we had planned or we talked about, then just in like a flip of a coin, like a odd, like such a weird flip in his head, boom, self-destruct. It's so crazy. That's all I can say. It's just crazy. I don't know what else I can say besides it's crazy.
Well, Tripping, I really appreciate your time. You've been fucking awesome. I just have one last question.
Yes.
How long do you see yourself doing the commentary stuff? Do you see yourself doing this for another years? Do you want to branch into other content? Like, what is your ultimate goal for your channel, you'd say?
I've definitely thought about branching out to like wider range of subjects, like other people, but the sneaker stuff is doing good and the sneaker community is a large audience. So I think I'm going to stick with that for a little while, and maybe, who knows, maybe next year I'll start branching out, or even right now I could start, sprinkling in some different commentary videos. But I don't know. I really don't know what my long-term goal is. I don't know. It's tough. Use my influence in a good way to create a longevity, either that being merchandise, a podcast, anything, to keep my name around for as long as I want it to be around.
And I wanted to say this too. You would have a great podcast because, a lot of times when I talk to people, there's no depth. They're just blank in the head. It was really refreshing to have a conversation with somebody who's intelligent and knows what they're talking about.
No, you're good with the questions. No, seriously. Yeah, I love talking. I love podcasts. That's why I live stream. I love talking. So when you message me about this, I'm like, I cannot pass this opportunity up to talk. I love hearing myself talk.
Well, guys, listen. It was an honor to have Tripping on here. He posts every day. I'll make sure to link his channel down below. And, guys, Neecs to the moon. Tripping, any last words?
Thank you. Hey, thank you for having me on. I know you said you've been a fan, but I've been a fan of you too. You know what I mean? So it's, I'm definitely gonna, when this comes out, I'm gonna post about it too, because you do deserve way more attention than what you have. Listen.
That's my thing. Is like I like meeting genuine people, and me personally, it's nice to talk to people who are genuine and aren't full of shit all the time.
I wish if there was some way that I can snap my fingers and give you Cam's all of the number of Cam's subscribers, and then give that's a more deserving numeric metric. You should have 150,000, and Cam should have whatever much you have. It's ridiculous. It's underrated. It's underrated.
Well, guys, it was an absolute honor. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated when this episode's coming out. Thank you so much. And again, Tripping, thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
Afterthoughts of the interview, fantastic. Tripping gets a really bad rap for a lot of things he does. I think he is a genuine guy, in my honest opinion. Really, funny, off camera. It's hard to find people who are funny. I consider myself a bit of a comedian because, I'm the big bear. So it's funny to see other people that are also funny and intelligent and can keep a conversation going. But I'll make sure to link Tripping's videos all down below. You guys probably already watch them and stuff. But, guys, let me know who else you want to see me interview. I appreciate all love and support. And as I said before, let's get to fucking 10K subs. I mean, seriously, what's going on here? But, Neecs to the fucking moon, baby. I'll see you in the next episode.
Bitch, Maybach truck in the coupe. Only time I'm going back to